17. Namaste and welcome back, you guys, for a technique called Kathara Liquid Light Cleanse and Planetary Bilocation. Okay, so I know that the Kathara grid is starting to become something more common in our perceptions of our spirituality and the rebuilding of our light body and rebuilding our holographic structures so that way we can be this full quantum energetic multidimensional eternal system that has all of their energetic structures activated, awakened, visualized, illuminated, so that we are transmitting from metagalactic core to core portal, 13th dimensional avatar body of the planets. And essentially, you know, the Kathara is being more integrated now. I know the more that I'm talking about it, teaching about it, visualizing it, working with it, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I literally used to be a blind man. I mean, just walking around completely blind to all of my holographic structures. And so this technique today is going to be a very detailed visualization to begin some Kathara healing, because I know we're ready for it. Like, so many of us know what the Kathara is and we're ready to just like work with it. Like, how can we implement it now so we can start doing some real work? Okay, so this visualization today will be in accordance to the location of the holographic structures of the Kathara in our biological form. So we're going to visualize this. And once we do that, we're going to run a liquid light cleanse for 3 to 10 second intervals with 3 sets of light that equate to the pre-matter Christos platinum ray. So that's going to be dark silver, pale silver, and pure white light. We're going to do them individually and go through the cleanse. That's what the cleanse is going to be consisted of. And then we are going to integrate more of the planetary biofeed interface system. And I have some pictures for you guys for that. So we will go through a visualization of linking them and anchoring them together at the earth core. And then we will drop projection cords to each sphere or platform in accordance to its geographical location on the planet. So I know that I have listed those for you guys before in a previous video. I believe it was 13, 14, or 15. One of the newer videos I actually listed stargates according to grid site, but I'll list them again. I'll actually put them in the description of this video as well. And all of this is going to begin to core strengthen for planetary bilocation. This is also going to strengthen our ability to visualize the Kathara core holographic structure, which is ultimately the best part, because we want to be able to visualize these structures within ourselves so that way we can activate them, we can work with them, we can cleanse them, clear them, we can integrate and transmit from them, from the purest place within our being from them, so to speak. So, but yes, ultimately, to begin visualizing the Kathara, that is the key thing to repairing and rebuilding our light body structure. So this technique is going to be bringing through quite a bit. We're going to be cleansing and clearing our visualization of our Kathara. That's going to connect us energetically, and it's going to link all of the subconscious spheres of the mind to our energetic structures, our energetic bodies. And we're going to go through some visualization to begin repairing and rebuilding our light body structure. And so that's the beauty of this technique today, and you're gonna love it. You may have noticed also in the last technique, so technique 16, we brought consciousness out of the body. We went through a visualization to practice bringing consciousness out of the body. At least make it some type of conscious practice that you can begin to work with. Okay, so you might not be there yet, but now you have a technique to start building the core visualizations, the core ability to possibly perceivably do that. Okay, the second half of this technique, we will begin programming the mind and the energetic structures according to the planetary Kathara and according to Stargate grid location, and this is going to increase the telepathy to the grid sites in appropriation to the celestial alignments. So you will be able to combine techniques 16 and 17 to increase your ability to bring consciousness out of the body and bilocate planetarily for healing, grid work, grid scans, just overall increased planetary telepathy to the grid locations and the celestial stargates. And this is especially helpful work for any of you who are already being like planetary news reporters and you're just like conducting energy updates. Like, you are a dedicated and focused and conscious, you know, grid worker, gatekeeper, guardian. You are a guardian. So this means that these skills are necessary for you to be able to keep these energetic systems and structures open for you to deliver these cosmic messages, right? So that's ultimately what we're doing today, guys. And I really hope you like this technique. This one is going to require that you have a lot of focus. You got to be in the right place to receive. And it's gonna take you already knowing and having done technique 5 and technique 8, which is building a 5th dimensional platform for contact, as we will be referencing these visualizations and your ability to just bring that visualization up and apply it when we're ready for that necessary step in this technique. Okay, so having technique 5 and technique 8 down is crucial, guys, for the success of understanding this technique, okay? And you're gonna find as we go in bioregenesis that all of the techniques simply do reflect in one another. They are the foundation and building blocks to the next ones. So getting 1 through 10 down, so it is like this, is going to help you so much more doing these more difficult techniques. And getting 1 through 10 down takes some time. Like, it may seem like it's just a simple visualization, but to like really like pull away from the computer screen and actually like go completely run through it visually on your own without having the assistance of the video is going to tell you whether you have that down or not. So if you can do them and run them without the help of the video, then you got them down, okay? So that's so perfect, and we're all just working towards that goal of being able to visualize everything very quickly and very proficiently, very fluidly. When I say pull up in a Kathara grid in your holographic template, you can instantly place the template within your body and you know where all of the spheres go according to your biological structures. I mean, that's the level of, I guess, speed or telepathy even that I need you to be at. So we're all working on this together. I'm just getting better as I go. I'm learning as I go. I'm getting better as I go too. So it's like a process for all of us. We're all in this together. We're all working on the skills to expand higher consciousness, and we're all taking this very seriously. Everybody who's in bioregenesis takes consciousness seriously because this information is no joke. Like, this takes time to learn, and if you're dedicated to this, then you're dedicated to consciousness. You're dedicated to, you know, just being a freaking rock star in the spiritual community, basically. So yes, overall, please have done technique 5, the Maharic Seal, and technique 8, building a 5th dimensional platform for contact, so we can reference these visualizations when the time comes for it. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is go ahead and get in your comfortable position. We're going to go right into the visualization. So go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to inhale and exhale. And bring up the visualization of your body as you are in your body. This is going to require you to see translucently or holographically through your entire biological form. Okay, sometimes I will just pull that up in my mind, either like a version of myself and then scan holographically through that, or I will completely size my body and I will pull up a holographic form of that within my mind, and I just see through that in its full size too. And I can do both of that simultaneously. So you should be able to pull up both of those types of images of your body, okay? And through your holographic biological form, I want you to interlay or interface the Kathara onto you or into you and according to the correct structural sphere location. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the picture here so you can focus on visually applying this to your holographic structure. Now I want you to start above your head, visualizing and activating the 12th sphere. This is called the capstone. This should be in the placement of the 10th chakra, 6 inches above your head. Now, visualizing and activating the 11th sphere in the pineal gland at the center of the brain. Visualizing and activating the 9th and the 10th sphere in the brain behind the ears. Coming down the vertical column, visualizing and activating the 8th sphere. This is the spark of Orion, and this is in your thyroid gland. Visualizing and activating the 6th and 7th spheres, the wings, in the shoulder indents through to the back. Coming down the vertical column, visualizing and activating the 5th sphere, the seat of Amenti, at the navel in the central body current. Visualizing and activating the 3rd and 4th sphere, the female ovaries and the male ureters. Visualizing and activating the 2nd sphere, the female vagina and the male prostate gland. Visualizing and activating the earth core at the center of the earth in the 13th chakra. Now that we have visualized and embodied the Kathara Grid Core template, we are going to run a Maharic seal and a tube of light. So inhale and exhale. And while continuously holding the Kathara in place, I want you to go ahead and activate your tube of light that runs all the way, extending into the heavens, all the way down through your central column, your central vertical column, and down in through the earth, extending into the earth. And I want you to hold that visual of your Kathara in place along with your tube of light. Now inhale and exhale, and we're going to pineal induct the Star of David. Go ahead and blur your eyes just a little bit. Go ahead and take a nice inhale. Inhale the Star of David into the pineal. Place it on the back of the forehead and turn it bright white. Once you have inducted the Star of David, go ahead and lift the symbol up to about 6 inches above the head, where the 12th sphere in the Kathara should be, okay? You are going to run the Star of David down the vertical ascension column through your inserted holographic Kathara. Okay, so inhale, exhale, and now begin to push it down through your holographic structure of your Kathara, all the way down into the crystal core of Earth. Now here is where we would take it into the earth and bring it back up, but we're going to do something different today. We're going to inhale and exhale. And now our personal Merkaba that has now entered the center psychic body of Earth will become a key. Not an actual key, don't visualize a key, but in a way it's going to unlock the planet's Merkaba, okay? The Merkaba that we just pushed down into Earth in the Maharic seal, we would typically run that back up into the heart center and clear the field. But this time we're going to keep this down in Earth, okay? So your Merkaba star should be down inside of the crystal core gate, the core, innermost core gate of the planet. And on your inhale and exhale, I want you to begin expanding this Merkaba out largely in your visualization. It should be expanding out in size and also on the horizontal plane of the planet. Okay, so your Merkaba structure should be opening the gate essentially and expanding into the crust of the planet, and it should be riding on that horizontal plane, and it should be very large. So now we have completely opened the planetary gate. Okay, through the expansion of the planetary Merkaba field, you are now able to access the planetary core Kathara template that links into your biological Kathara through the first sphere. Here is a picture of what this looks like. Okay, this is the interface planetary biofeed system that links the Katharas together. I want you to just focus on linking and merging your Kathara with the planetary Kathara while holding all of your visualizations in place and your planetary Merkaba completely expanded out of the equatorial plane. Hold this visualization because here we are going to run 3 10-second intervals of a liquid light cleanse. And this is where we are going to go through 3 different lights that will run through your column like a light shower, a never-ending light shower that's just flowing from above all the way down through the core gate with the Merkaba completely expanded open and both of the Kathara, biological and planetary, linked in the first sphere. Okay, so we're going to start with the first light, which is dark silver. So I want you to go ahead and inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. And I'm going to start by beginning to count to 10. As I start to count to 10, I want you to run your liquid light cleanse of dark silver light. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Moving into the second light, pale silver. Go ahead and activate your pale silver light running through your body, and we'll begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a second to inhale and exhale. And now we're going to activate the pure white light cleanse. Go ahead and activate the white light running through your tube of light now, and I'll go ahead and begin and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a second to inhale and exhale. And now I want to bring your center point of awareness to the platform that we created for your 5th dimensional point of contact to occur. The horizontal disc around your pineal, this is where the miniature version of yourself sits. So we've worked with this little Polly Pocket version of yourself before in the technique 8, where we placed this version of yourself on your disc. So here, I want you to visualize that miniature version of yourself again. And what you're going to do, and this is all while still simultaneously holding your Katharas, biological Kathara and planetary Kathara, in place. You're going to walk off the platform. And you're going to visualize yourself stepping out onto the Kathara sphere, starting with number 11. But I want you to jump to number 12 because we're going to go down in order. So you get off the pineal disc, slide on to number 11 of the planetary, of the biological Kathara, and then jump up to the 12th sphere. Okay? Here is the visualization of where you should be standing on the 12th sphere above the head. So the miniature version of you that we created in this technique. Once you are standing on the 12th sphere, here I want you to go ahead and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site, Montessori, France, and Galactic Stargate, Lyra. Drop the anchor. Jump down to the next sphere, sphere 11. Drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site, England, Vale of Pusey, and Galactic Stargate, Lyra. Drop an anchor. Jump over to the next sphere, sphere 10, and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site, Abadan, Iran, Galactic Stargate, Lyra. You have now activated the Shield of Armentania. Jump over to the next sphere 9 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site through the Planetary Interface System. This is grid site Bamso, Tibet. This is Galactic Stargate Andromeda. Jump over to the next sphere 8 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Zion, China. This is Galactic Stargate Orion. Drop an anchor. Jump over to the next sphere 7 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara gate site Lake Titicaca, Peru, Galactic Stargate Arcturus. Drop an anchor. Jump over to the next sphere 6 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Moscow, Russia, Galactic Stargate Sirius B. Jump over to the next sphere 5. Drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Machu Picchu, Galactic Stargate Pleiades. Drop an anchor. Jump over to the next sphere 4 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Giza, Egypt, Galactic Stargate, our solar sun, and Regulus. Drop an anchor. Jump over to the next sphere 3, drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Bermuda Islands, Galactic Stargate Earth, and Alpha Centauri. Jump over to the next sphere 2 and drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary Kathara grid site Sarasota, Florida, Galactic Stargate Inner Earth, and Hydra. Jump over to the next sphere 1, drop a projection cord and anchor to the Planetary grid site Halley, South Pole, Galactic Stargate Inner Earth Core and Gate Parallel Axis Point, Polaris. 12 universal stargates that link 4 matter density levels to 15 dimensions within our time matrix that connects with the primal light, the Kira Shah antimatter trillion fields of dimensions 13 through 15, connecting and merging 12 galactic, 12 planetary, and 12 biological interface Kathara systems. You can now inhale and exhale and release the visualization. And I want you to please practice this technique 2 times a day for 2 weeks for deep Kathara cleansing, healing, linking, and merging. Namaste, and I will see you on the next video.